Coming up, it's the story we're all watching or have an eye on. It's the storm on the move, threatening to mess with our holiday travel. We'll have the track and the timing. Also this morning, the new concern over Poison Control Center calls surging and how they may be connected to the skyrocketing popularity in weight loss drugs. That's all coming up right here on GMA.
Ahead in our next hour of GMSA, 3 San Antonio police officers facing charges almost 6 months after a woman was shot and killed during a mental health episode. Up next, the Smithson Valley Rangers are playing for a state title tonight up in Arlington, a preview of their matchup before the kickoff. And checking TransGuide, we've got not fog, but quite a bit of mist out there, so much that it almost looks a little foggy on some of these cameras around town.
Another misty morning on our Friday, 59 degrees. When will this finally clear up? Mike says for the weekend. He'll explain in just a bit.
Live from KSAT 12. Good morning, San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning. It is 6 a.m. on your Friday, December 15th.
Good morning. We are not just this weekend, but the next weekend. Finally, the holidays, Christmas arrives. So we just have one more weekend to get through. And I know this weekend's going to be really busy with holiday parties, lots of events going on. Mike, it's going to clear up for all this stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic this weekend if you are heading out to Christmas parties or anything else, doing some shopping, something like that. Today, it's a whole different story because, yeah, it's just yuck when you go outside. This is the view. This is 410 over there by the airport looking off to the east. Obviously, we're not going to be seeing any good sunrises today. There is obviously fog, quarter-mile visibility. Castroville, 1 mile at the airport. Boerne, 5 at Kerrville, 2.5 Randolph, and pretty much a little bit of fog everywhere you go. And this is going to be obviously sticking around for the next few hours. As far as any rain, the only thing being picked up on radar is well out there to the west. There's nothing detected on radar here, but again, it's that very fine mist and even a little bit of light drizzle out there. I mean, it was barely even from a spray bottle, if you will, on my windshield this morning. But it's enough out there to make the roads very damp. And RJ is going to talk about that in a moment. Temperatures, mid to upper 50s, low 60s, anywhere from 15, 20 degrees above normal right now, and we've got a ton of humidity as well. Relative humidity is very high, and again, that's translating into some of that fog and some of that mist and drizzle. Mountain cedar is moderate. Mold is on the light side. The updated count's going to come out in a couple of hours or so. Not much changes throughout the rest of the morning. As a matter of fact, not much changes throughout the day. Temperatures will only go up a handful of degrees, up to a normal high right around the mid 60s. We will have a few showers that are going to be developing around here. We've got the feature which is moving on through, but as has been the trend over the past couple of days, as we look toward this rain coming in here, most of it's going to be further up to the north. Yeah, we will have some showers, but it's not going to be just a whole bunch of rain. Then that front moves through, clears everything out. We'll talk about how cool we're going to be getting this weekend and then how warm it's going to be getting next week. Details in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority. So, damp roads. Problems, RJ?
No, actually, yeah, Mike. Right now, drivers, you know what, taking it easy on the roads right now. So we like to hear that on your Friday morning. Taking you outside, TransGuide 37 at right there. You saw 410 Jackson Keller. Traffic moving pretty good in both directions. 410 Ingram Road, but you do see just the amount of mist and kind of those wet roads that we're seeing out there. This is another shot there, 410 at McCullough, just to give you an indication of a little bit of the conditions out there. This is interesting, though. TxDOT still reporting this ongoing construction there at 1604 northbound at I-10. So that camera out there is pretty dark. Didn't notice anything that's causing any major delays right now, but they are saying that all the main lanes there are blocked there if you are going from 1604 north to I-10. So something just kind of keep in mind if you are headed out to the far east side. Speaking of headed out right now, outbound traffic times, traffic looking pretty good for the most part. All of our southern surrounding communities, 25 minutes to Pleasanton. If you want to go north to La Verde, it's going to be 21 minutes. Right now, La Vernia and Castroville, usually the ones that kind of hold us up just a little bit throughout the morning commute. One more quick look at TransGuide, 35 Olympia, traffic moving pretty good in this area as well. So if you're just getting up right now, we're going to talk in just a little bit about all the events taking place downtown. You may see some TransGuide signs there that are indicating that. We'll talk a little bit more about that coming right up. Mark and Sarah, back to you guys.
RJ, thank you so much. Back to a story we've been tracking now for about an hour or more. An empty building has been full of challenges for San Antonio fire crews.
They had to put out a fire that's still sending up smoke in the area along South Presa Street near Steves Avenue.
Katrina Weber is there with the live report. You say on top of the fire, a security device stood in their way, Katrina?
Well, that's right. Take a look at this building. It's surrounded by burglar bars all the way around. Firefighters had to find a way to get through those before they could get inside the building and put out the fire. It looks like most of their work is done now, although there's still one on top of the roof. That's where we were seeing smoke before, and they were trying to find the source of it. It looks like they probably have done just that because we don't see a whole lot of smoke right now. But again, those burglar bars were something that they had to get past to get inside. It seems that someone else, though, found a way in because they believe someone started this fire. But let me give you a look at the video so you can see a little bit earlier when fire crews were pretty busy here. They got the call just before 5 o'clock this morning to the 3600 block of South Presa, found flames and smoke inside what they call an abandoned building. It looks like it was some sort of a business at one point. They were able to knock down the flames pretty quickly, but those the smoke was still coming up from the roof. And again, they have gotten that out now. They did have to cut through those burglar bars to get inside. They didn't find anyone inside, but they believe that someone had been in there and perhaps started this fire to keep warm or something like that, but then it got out of control. No injuries reported as a result of this fire. Reporting live on the south side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. New this morning, a man is waking up in the hospital after two men shot him in the leg. It happened a little after 9 last night on Austin Highway near the McNay. It's on the city's north side. San Antonio police say the shooting happened in one of the apartments in the area, and the two suspects immediately drove away from the scene. Right now, it's unclear if the three men knew each other.
In the morning headlines, the first pill to treat postpartum depression is now available here in the U.S. Zurzuvae was approved by the Food and Drug Administration in August to help treat the 1 in 7 women who battle postpartum. It's given us 2 pills a day for 14 days, but it comes with a hefty price tag, nearly $16,000 before insurance. The drug makers say it's available at specialty pharmacies and can be shipped directly to patients.
We're just 10 days away from Christmas, and travelers can expect busy airports for the rest of the month. American Airlines predicts 2.8 million passengers will fly each day over the holidays. That would be 16% more people compared to last year. The FAA predicts a travel peak the Thursday before Christmas.
Train riders in New Jersey experienced 45-minute delays Thursday morning with a great story to tell on why they were late. New Jersey Transit says a wayward bull made its way onto the tracks in Newark, pausing service into the city. To know where the confused cow came from or how he ended up there, the bull went to an animal sanctuary where he will live safely away from rushed commuters.
Right now on KSAT.com, you might have heard RJ mention earlier, traffic expected to be heavy around the downtown area and across our city as more visitors arrive for Christmas and holiday events and parties are happening, especially in the downtown area. So when it comes to parking, the city offers some options like the St. Mary's Garage on East Travis Street and at the City Tower Garage at Commerce Street. Both are just steps away from the Riverwalk.
In morning sports, today is the last game of the season for Smithson Valley High School and its winner take all up in Arlington. Rangers are hoping to add state champs to their Ranger football history sign located right next to the field house. Smithson Valley Rangers face undefeated Aledo for the UIL 5A Division I state championship. It's the first ever meeting between the two schools.
I'm really excited, only 2 teams get to go, and it's an opportunity, and we're ready to just go out there and take it and go out there and play.
I mean, it's really special. I mean, we're obviously making history out here, but we're just going to, once again, treat it like normal. I mean, it's another game. We're going to treat it how we always treat every game.
There's going to the state championship game, and then there's winning the state championship. And, we've accomplished the first, but we're after the second, So we're not going to spend a whole lot of time congratulating ourselves or patting ourselves on the back or celebrating our success. That's all well and good, but we're focused on winning the game.
And best of luck to them. Smithson Valley facing Aledo tonight up at 7 o'clock at Jerry World, AT&T Stadium in Arlington for that state crown.
Layla again? Layla. You got 2 on. You've been very good. Very good this year.
All right, you better watch out, better not cry. Victor Claus, also known as Wimby, and elf Julian Champagny came to town last night, passing out gifts and holiday joy to children and families in need on the city's west side. Every year, the Spurs partner with the Elf Louise Christmas Project to provide joy to Bexar County's undeserved children. Of course, a 7'4" Santa and a 6'7" elf, definitely a sight to see, delivering those holiday smiles. And the Spurs, well, they look for an early Christmas gift tonight against the Los Angeles Lakers at 6:30 p.m. at the Frost Bank Center. With any luck, they'll be able to break that 18-game losing streak, Mark.
We can wish upon a star that they win tonight.
Oh my gosh, early Christmas present, please.
That's right. And if not, maybe Sunday against who are we playing? The Pelicans, RJ?
Orleans, yes.
Okay, all right. And RJ will be at their game, so look for autographs. 6:10, 59 degrees.
Still to come at 6:30, today's great graduate and an artistic mom who's inspired and motivated by her son fighting cancer. We'll hear from her in our next half hour.
And after the break, a local musician giving away free toys this weekend. We'll tell you where and what inspired this.
Misty start to our Friday morning. You can see the mist on the cameras there in our area, on our roads. But hey, Mike says good news. Lots of stuff happening this weekend. It's going to clear up just in time. We'll have our forecast when we come back.
Hey everyone, happy holidays. I want to test out my KSAT colleagues' knowledge of Christmas carols and their lyrics. So I got my fancy tuner fork. Let's go. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la, 'tis the season
to be jolly.
Yes, you got it. Fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol.
Yes! Yuletide carol.
Yuletide carol.
Did it.
Ooh, you got it. La 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 la.
Is it fun?
Yeah, just a little bit of holiday cheer there. All right, it's a season of giving, and one local musician doing his part to help community he loves. Singer-songwriter Austin Mahone will be hosting a toy giveaway event this weekend along with Lil J and Icon Talks. This is the 3rd year for the event. Mahone says giving back to his hometown, especially during the holidays, is one of the best feelings in the world.
When you get to do it for the people of San Antonio, the kids specifically, and you get to see how excited they get when they get a new toy or a few new toys for their siblings and all that, like it just makes it all worth it, you know? It really does. And that's why we do it.
Austin Mahone, he is from San Antonio. He's a native here. The toy giveaway event will happen tomorrow from 12 to noon in the afternoon at El Remedio. That's located on Research Drive and Huebner. Toys, bikes, puzzles, and so much more will be given out to families. Gifts will range in ages from 1 all the way to 18. And it's first come, first serve. You can read more about this on our website, ksat.com. RJ, were you a Mahoney?
No, but I'm not a Mahoney. But actually, I got a chance to meet him. Really nice guy.
Yeah.
He had a couple of his buddies here, so it was cool to meet him. And going back to that caroling, Sarah Spivey sounded great. I was just terrible.
She's always in tune.
That's true.
Yeah, they're tuning fork.
There. Yeah, tuning fork. All right, guys, traffic looking pretty good right now. Friday morning, I-35 at Olympia, you see traffic moving pretty good in our area right now. And that's basically what our maps are showing as well. So we do have a couple of accidents being reported here. This is on Grissom Road, and this one's on Poplar, so not on any major highway. So that's good to know here. You can see we had a lot of green on our screen here. So traffic moving along pretty well for our Friday morning. Okay, if you are just waking up or joining us, we've been talking about this throughout the better part of the morning. We have a lot of things going on in downtown right now. We have, or this weekend, excuse me, holidays on Houston, 2 big corporate parties there, USAA and Valero, and we have the Magical Cirque Christmas. That one's taking place at the Majestic, and then the Nutcracker taking place at the Lila Cockrell Theater. So you can see kind of spread around downtown. City's asking right now that if you are headed to downtown, obviously plan ahead, but if you're looking for parking, the St. Mary's Garage there on Travis Street, that's going to have pretty good amount of parking available. The City Tower garage there on West Commerce Street is going to have some good parking there available as well. So we've been showing this drone footage. We went out there yesterday, kind of show you a little bit of a different perspective here, and just want to show you right there. You see those parking signs right there? Those are the city-owned parking ones, the ones with that yellow highlight right there. So if there's any sort of confusion about where these city lots are, those are the ones. This is the St. Mary's parking garage. Again, pretty close to the Majestic, the Tobin Center, and then the Convention Center one here. This one is going to be a little bit busier because we mentioned those two big corporate parties that are taking place this weekend. The Lila Cockrell Theater is in this area, but if you want to find parking around here, the South Alamo city-owned lot may be a good option there as well. I love seeing our drone footage. Thanks to our photojournalists for going out there and checking this out. But this place is going to be packed. The Convention Center. Got Pokemon out there as well.
Oh my goodness, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, a lot going on this weekend.
Back to the singing. You know who has the voice of an angel? Mike Osterhage. Yes.
I've never heard that before.
Oh yeah, for like 15 years you've been regaling us with the most heartfelt Christmas carols that I can remember.
I just love your enthusiasm when you got the words right.
Yeah, because I was shocked I did.
Do you owe me money or something?
Yeah, I do.
No, it was great with, we were talking about Sarah, but then with Katrina too, because Katrina's got a voice as well, those two.
Choir girls.
Yeah.
Will you give us just a little tune as you do weather this morning for us, Mike, or as you're bringing the school bus?
I guess I should sing The Wheels on the Bus Go Round. So, hey, 58 degrees right now. We'll just cut right to the chase here. A mist, a little bit of light rain, some fog around the area. Most people don't want me to sing. And then later on this afternoon, a high temperature up to 65, and we will have a couple of showers kind of hanging around here. Most of this rain is going to be further on up to the north. It doesn't mean we're not going to see showers. We will have a few showers around here, but unfortunately, it's not going to be a big rain event for us. All right, take a look outside right now, and this is what it looks like. First of all, on live cam over there by the airport looking off to the east, well, maybe visibility's improved ever so slightly. We can see a little bit further off in the distance, but there is plenty of fog out there, as well as some light rain. So this is what's showing up on radar, and this is from the Del Rio radar site out here, and this is the detectable rain, and it's obviously not much. Now, let me switch over and show you what's going on here with the New Braunfels radar site, and absolutely nothing. There were a few, as a matter of fact, maybe just a couple little sprinkly showers, and this is what's heavy enough, if you will, to show up on radar right now. Obviously, it is just light stuff, but enough to make the roads very damp out there. Temperatures aren't going to be moving over the next few hours. We will stay right around upper 50s, just about 60, and rain chances will start to pick up. We'll start to see a few more showers as the day rolls on. 65 for a high temperature. We've got a 40% chance of rain around the area, and this is what computer models are indicating right now. Again, some of those showers that will be developing, moving in here from the hill country. And again, this is very, very light rain, and most of it, even though there's not a whole heck of a lot, is, like I said, going to be up to the north. And then as we go into the afternoon, some of these showers and a few storms are going to be developing further on up to the north, and this whole line will then work its way off to the east and get sort of pushed on out of here as the front moves through tonight, and that's going to also cause windier conditions. Now, as far as rainfall potential, it is not looking promising. I mean, we're talking 1/10 of an inch, maybe 1/4 of an inch of rain if you're lucky to get one of those isolated cells, and then more rain off to the east and to the northeast. As far as winds, it is, like I said, going to get windy tonight with this front moving on through here. We are going to have gusts 20, 25, close to 30 miles per hour in the overnight hours and the first portion of the day tomorrow. And with those temperatures down in the 40s, we're going to be seeing wind chills down in the 30s by then tomorrow morning. So here's what it looks like over the next few days. 65 today, 67 tomorrow, 65 being the normal high temperature, but it's going to be a whole different story in the morning with those cooler readings out there, windy conditions in the morning, and then we go into Sunday, even chillier on Sunday morning, down to 40, up to 68. The trend will be to stay on the warm side. Upper 60s and then approaching 70, ironically, by the official start of winter, which is Thursday evening, and we're looking at some warm conditions going into Christmas weekend as of right now.
Okay, maybe a Christmas Carol next half hour. Thank you, Mike. 6:22, 59 degrees.
We'll be right back with your consumer headlines.
No?
This is a hot flash. This is a hot flash. But this is a not flash. There's big news for women going through menopause. Veoza, a prescription treatment for moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms, the medical name for hot flashes and night sweats. With hormone-free Veoza, you can have fewer hot flashes and more not flashes. Veoza is proven to reduce the number and severity of hot flashes day and night. For some women, it can start working in as early as 1 week. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Increased liver blood test values may occur. Your doctor will check them before and during treatment. Most common side effects include stomach pain, diarrhea, difficulty sleeping, back pain, and hot flashes. I get a good feeling. Ask your doctor about hormone-free Veoza and enjoy more not flashes.
In your morning consumer headlines, more details on Google's upcoming privacy protections. Restrictions on third-party cookies will go into effect on Chrome January 4th. The initial rollout will affect 1% of global users. It's part of Google's Privacy Sandbox initiative.
And Google is making it easier for users to fix their own phones. The company released a tool that can check your Pixel phone for problems on the device itself. Users can launch the app by dialing a certain number, then run a full diagnostic or for specific tests. Google also rolled out redesigned repair manuals.
And Threads, Meta's competitor for X, is now available in the European Union. That means nearly 500 million more potential users in the EU. To mark the launch, users can browse Threads without needing a profile, but they still require an Instagram account to post content.
It's 6:26 and 59 degrees.
Checking the roads with TransGuide. Last a normal Friday around here as school's about to get out and folks are winding up things and getting ready to travel for the holidays. We'll check on your Friday morning commute straight ahead. Back to a breaking story we've been tracking all morning here on GMSA. Hoses and an electric saw were the tools needed to take down a fire south of downtown.
Firefighters had to get through burglar bars to put out the fire in a building on South Presa near Steves Avenue.
Katrina Weber rejoins us now live. Katrina, was anyone hurt out there?
No, we actually just talked to the battalion chief. He says all the firefighters are safe and they didn't find anyone inside this building. Now, this looks like an old business of some sort, an abandoned building, and this is where the fire was. They say despite the burglar bars, someone, it seems, got inside and started a fire for one reason or another. Let me give you a look at the video so that you can see just how busy they were this morning. This fire broke out before 5 o'clock. Firefighters say that they found some flames inside the building. Not a lot, but there was more smoke than anything else, and it had gotten up into the eaves, up into the roof area of that building. They had a tough time trying to isolate the source of the smoke, and so they were up there for quite a while. They also had to use a saw to get through the burglar bars so that they could get inside. It seems that the fire was on the back half of the building, and so they were able to finally get inside and put out those flames, put out whatever that was causing all of that smoke. But again, everyone made it out safely, and they don't know who's responsible, but they do believe someone started this fire. Reporting live on the south side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. Good Friday morning. It's December 15th. It's the Friday that kind of marks all of the craziness and fun that starts happening for the holiday season.
Yeah, I was telling everybody in our morning meeting, I noticed more traffic at that airport exit today, starting this morning, early this morning at that was around 3:45 this morning, Mike.
Yeah, because a lot of people are taking off because kids have next week off, the Christmas week leading up to Christmas.
And some of the best deals are those early flights.
Yes, indeed. And if you are heading out from San Antonio, if you're hitting the roads, obviously you want to take it easy with the reduced visibility. This is out there by the airport. We're looking off to the east, and as you can see, a little bit more in the way of some of that mist, and looks like the fog may have thickened ever so slightly. Temperatures have been holding steady. 59 degrees right now. 58 is the dew point temperature. So when these two numbers are neck and neck, you've got relative humidities well up in the upper 90s, a little bit of a breeze or no wind out there, and that's why we do have some fog, some reduced visibility. Still reporting 1 mile out there at the airport. airport, but it's dropped at Bernie, Castroville at a half mile, mile and a half at New Braunfels. Fog is pretty much everywhere. Some thicker, not as thick, but it's going to be sticking around throughout the rest of the morning, as is all of the very, very light mist. And as you can see, there are just a couple little sprinkly showers that are showing up on radar out to the west. The rest of it is too light to be picked up on radar as of right now, but it is out there with that very fine mist and drizzle. Everybody is anywhere from, 15, 20 degrees above normal. Normal low out there at the airport is low 40s this time of year. Mold is on the low side, but mountain cedar is moderate. The updated count is going to come out in just a couple of hours. So this morning, mist, light rain, a little bit of fog around here. Very kind of soupy conditions, if you will. Showers today, mainly up to the north. That's where the majority of the rain is going to be. We'll still have some around here, but it's not going to be a huge rain event. And then that front moves through tonight. That's going to push everything on out of here, including the humidity. It's going to get windy in behind that front overnight and the first part of the day tomorrow. We'll have some chilly temperatures in the morning, beautiful in the afternoon. Same thing on Sunday, and then going into next week. Very, very nice start. It will be leaning toward the warm side and then definitely warming up as we go on in through next week. Any rain chances next week? Details on that coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority. All right, we've been talking about these wet roads, but not bad traffic-wise?
Yeah, not bad, Mike. Yeah, maybe, some people getting their vacation started a little bit early. We're talking about the airport, obviously, but traffic moving pretty good around the San Antonio area right now. 281 in Encino Rio. 90 at Couples, you see traffic both directions there, east and west moving pretty good in that area. And that's exactly what we're seeing on our maps right now. We do have a crash being reported. This is off the highway there on Grissom Road in the Leon Valley area. So if you have to be around that area, just kind of keep that in mind. There is a stalled vehicle that was reported a little bit earlier here, a little bit south of downtown. So this is the South Alamo Street exit right there. So northbound at Frio, we have a stalled vehicle being reported there. But I was just looking at the cameras a little while ago, and it appears as if that has maybe been cleared out. Let me see if I could find that for us real quick. Yep, actually, there we go. Look at that, 35 at Alamo. This is a little bit north of Frio Street right there. So we have traffic moving along pretty smooth here, northbound 35 as people head into the downtown area. We'll continue to follow the very latest and in just a bit talk to you about some busy things going on in downtown San Antonio this weekend. Mark and Sarah, back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ. New details this morning on San Antonio police officers facing official murder indictments in the death of Melissa Bettis. Bettis was having a mental health episode when 3 officers shot and killed her back in June of this year. Alfred Flores and Elizar Alejandro are now charged with first-degree murder. Nathaniel Villalobos is charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. The family's attorney says it's been an extremely emotional news for the family to receive. He says they're also angry that the city hasn't taken responsibility in the lack of training that officers receive when dealing with mental illness. The family says there were other officers at the scene who had prior encounters with Bettis that could have stepped in.
Why didn't somebody else speak up and say, whoa, let's calm down, let's stand down? And so there needs to be training about how to intervene whenever some other officer has completely lost his head.
No one is above the law, and if you commit a crime and we have the evidence to prosecute you, we will do what we need to do to hold you accountable. That's including members of law enforcement.
Packard says the family wants policy changes to ensure no other families suffer the same tragedy.
In other news this morning, KSAT's cameras were there capturing the moment a woman accused of stealing $100 million from the U.S. Army was leaving the federal courthouse here in San Antonio. Take a look at your screen. 57-year-old Janet Mello is charged with mail fraud and aggravated identity theft. Feds say she took money that was supposed to go to military members and their families and used it to buy clothes, jewelry, cars, and homes. She's accused of doing it while managing a financial program at Fort Sam Houston. There's a better look at her. If you're convicted, Mello would face jail time and be forced to turn over whatever she got as a result of the alleged crime.
A woman charged with murder tied to a road rage shooting that happened back in May has been indicted by a grand jury. 23-year-old Casey Garcia arrested back in May for the deadly shooting of 26-year-old Vanessa Martinez. It happened outside of a gas station near Northwest Loop 410 and Highway 151. Police say 2 vehicles were involved in a crash at another location, and Garcia told officers she followed Martinez to get her license plate number.
Well, before we go to break, we are 10 days away from Christmas, and as we wrap up 2023, a local teacher was just named to Forbes' esteemed 30 under 30 list for 2024.
John Paul Barajas shows us how the AP statistic teacher from the Idea School on South Flores helps students apply math to real-life situations.
3 standard deviations away from the mean. We're at 99.7.
Math isn't for everyone, but in Deschelles Young Savers high school classes,
That's the number. That's correct.
just about everyone is engaged.
Perfect. We're there.
And his creative lesson plans
What's going to be the center of our normal?
found him a spot on Forbes 30 under 30 for 2024.
It was kind of a shock. There wasn't a lot of lead up to it. But very thankful to them for recognizing the work.
Young Saver traded boring textbook math problems.
Bob has 58 watermelons. 0.016, roughly.
For ones that had relevance to his students. He says students asked to learn about a wide variety of topics, such as
What's your probability of finding a true match on an online dating site?
the odds of having a fairy tale ending hooked some, but for others, the love of the Spurs was more pressing.
Is it 3-point shooting percentage? How do you weight all these factors and see how one team is doing relative to the average and what that does to their predicted probability of winning a finals?
And then, in a district where traditionally only 2% of students pass the AP Stats exam, went up to 42% passing in his classroom. It doesn't take a calculator to see making math relatable, put the odds in Young Savers' favor.
Learning the math becomes not a chore, but an opportunity.
Young Savers' success and remote learning because of the pandemic led him to put his relevant math online and creating his nonprofit, Skew the Script, a free curriculum provider, which currently has upwards of 20,000 teachers subscribed to it across the nation. Still, Young Savers says the work's not done.
Our eventual goal is to make all of secondary math 6 through 12 relevant. And it's going to be a multi-year process, but we're excited to get going on it.
I know something.
For me?
John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
And congratulations to him.
Oh my gosh, our teachers, they deserve so much love and appreciation for everything they do.
639, 59 degrees.
Just ahead, a powerful story of hope and mother's love for her son, how a San Antonio woman accomplished a big milestone during a difficult time.
Just about 6:43, traffic and weather are coming up. But first, this morning, our Great Graduate Series continues.
A mother's love for her child motivated her to complete school and create art while bringing awareness to childhood cancer, something her son is battling.
Tiffany Huerta shares how this special mom is channeling pain into art.
He's spontaneous and spunky, and he climbs everything.
Melissa Long says her 2-year-old son, Ollie, has a big personality, but is now facing the toughest fight of his life.
Last semester, my son was diagnosed with leukemia, and my entire world flipped around and spun, and we were just left so empty inside without knowing how to cope with this or how to navigate these emotions that we as a family had never experienced before.
During this difficult time, Long has turned to art.
This one is called Speak It Into Existence, like encouraging yourself and reminding yourself that everything's gonna be okay.
Long says her art revolves around Ollie.
This one is literally the doctor's note, the provider's note in his patient chart that from the first day of diagnosis.
With Ollie as her motivation, Long was able to graduate with a Bachelor's of Fine Arts from the UTSA School of Art.
I hope for advocacy for childhood cancer. I hope that people learn something when they read my artwork. I hope people learn something about themselves, just like I did. I learned so much while doing my art, and I hope that I'm able to achieve that for other people.
Long is on a mission to educate people about childhood cancer and has big dreams for her family.
Maybe by the first of the year, I'm hoping to be able to get a solo exhibition. And I'm hoping to be able to, I don't want to just show my work on walls. I want people to connect with my art all over the world.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
Well, right now it is 6:45 and 59 degrees.
RJ, I know there's been some mist on the roads. Any problems out there?
Yeah, guys, things going pretty good right now, and I wanted to show you exactly what you guys were talking about, and that Mike has been mentioning, just that mist, a little bit of a fog. This is one of my favorite TransGuide shots here, showing the Tower of the Americas. You can't really see much of it right now, but you do see that traffic moving both directions there, north and south of 37, so that is good news. We do have a stalled vehicle being reported out here on the far northwest side. This is 1604 eastbound at Babcock Road. So again, just as right as you're going to get to I-10, obviously ongoing construction there in that area. But TxDOT not reporting any of those major closures that we've seen over the past couple of weekends right now. But it's something that our drivers are going to have to deal with this morning. Okay, guys, downtown. Things are going to be crazy downtown. There's going to be a lot of people there, a lot of events. Holidays on Houston, that was out there at Legacy Park. And of course, Houston, a lot of activations, things taking place there. 2 big corporate parties this weekend. We have Magical Cirque Christmas there at the Majestic and the Nutcracker going on at the Lila Cockrell Theater. So the city-owned garages, the city is advising that you park here, plan ahead, of course. And the 2 garages that probably have the most availability are going to be the St. Mary's Garage there on East Travis Street and the City Tower Garage there on West Commerce Street, so you can enter from Main and Flores Street. So we got some drone video of this, exactly, kind of just to give you an idea of what you're going to be looking at. And again, from Drone 12, just keep in mind, the city parking lots are those with that yellow sort of P highlighted with that park sign there. So there's obviously a lot of private lots there in the downtown area as well. So the convention center, you're looking at the convention center garage right now. That one's going to be pretty packed because we're talking about USAA and Valero. A lot of people expected down there for those holiday events. The South Alamo garage is an option if you had to head down to this area, or maybe if you don't get any spots there at the convention center. But it's going to be a very busy weekend, guys. A lot of events taking place there downtown. Plan ahead, and we have a map of all of these city-owned parking garages on ksat.com.
And even though it's going to be packed, I'm hoping everybody's patient and cheerful this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, you're celebrating, right?
Yeah, Christmas spirits.
That's right.
Indeed.
All right, a lot of people ask, is there a chance for a white Christmas? Well,
Mike, is there a chance for a white Christmas?
I'm glad you asked. Here's an unofficial forecast. The only kind of snowmen we're going to be seeing around here is inflatable kinds, so not this year. Thank you very much for the KSAT Connect picture. It is murky, soupy out there. Obviously some fog. You saw that in some of those TransGuide shots that RJ was showing. We do have a few showers that are being picked up on radar. This is the Del Rio radar site. Nothing showing up on New Braunfels radar. So just that light rain in and around town. Nothing is showing up, but obviously we've got that mist and drizzle out there. Temperatures, we're in the upper 50s right now. That's where we're going to be staying the rest of the morning, and some of that fog as well. Then rain chances will start to pick up somewhat. I think 40% may be a little bit generous as far as the coverage and the chances for rain. 65 for a high temperature today. All right, here's the computer model, and there's the rain showing up out there to the west, and this will continue to sort of work its way across the area throughout the morning hours into the afternoon. There's not going to be a lot of it, so don't get your hopes up for a whole bunch of rain. We will have a few showers, even a couple of thunderstorms that will try and develop further off to the east as we go into this afternoon, but really the trend is going to be north and northeast where some of the heaviest rain is. It's not going to be much of anything around here, unfortunately. And, looking back, and I was just talking with Mia Montgomery, and we were saying, over the weekend, this was looking like a really, really good rain event. And this graphic had just a whole bunch of rain on there. But now the rainfall potential is a 1/10 of an inch at best, 1/4 inch, most of it off to the north and to the northeast. One thing for sure, though, when this front moves through tonight, it is going to be windy. We're going to have those gusts anywhere at 25, 30, close to 35 miles per hour. And that's going to be in the overnight hours and then also into the first portion of the day tomorrow. So today, 65. High temperature about the same, but a whole different story than tomorrow. Now, with temperature down to 45 degrees, it is definitely going to be, we're going to be thinking about wind chills tomorrow morning with those blustery winds. Then sunshine really all weekend long. 40 Sunday morning, so down closer actually to a normal low temperature, but then on the warm side in the afternoon, and that will be the trend throughout next week, staying definitely on the warm side. As a matter of fact, getting up in the upper 60s and low 70s by the end of the week. Ironically, that's the official start of winter.
Okay, so probably a warm-ish, wet-ish Christmas.
Well, what happens as far as rain chances next weekend? Right now, there's a hint of it, but the system that's going to be doing it is kind of the same type of system that didn't really not going to produce a lot of rain today. So that's still iffy right now, but definitely on the warm side.
Thank you, Mike.
650, 59 degrees.
Thank you so much for watching with us this morning. Just taking a look outside with live cam as the traffic starts to pick up as people get out the door for their morning commutes. Final day of school before winter break. Stay with us. We have one more look at traffic and weather.
It's situated on a hill overlooking the downtown center of the city.
One time you couldn't give away the east side. Yeah, it's like, I can't wait till I get my hands on it, you know.
Do I want to walk outside of my house and 2 blocks later I'm at the best coffee shop in the city? Yes, but at what expense?
What I've seen was the people change. More people with money came in.
Fast food, they're everywhere. But if you want to eat anything even remotely healthy, it's not in your neighborhood at all.
Just because it's been going on for a long time doesn't mean that, it should be going on.
That's where the need is. The shelter shouldn't be far away. The shelter should be accessible.
I think we need to quit trying to get rid of them and start helping them.
We want to be a part of Dignity as well. So I think that's what makes us really, really close.
Bit of a preview of our Know My Neighborhood next week on Dignity Hill here in San Antonio.
Okay, RJ, what's happening on the roads?
All right, guys, it's been pretty smooth sailing for the most part throughout our Friday morning. Things could pick up here as we get closer to 7 o'clock, but despite some of the mist and drizzle that we've seen out there, you can see the traffic moving pretty well across the area. We do have one thing to let you know about. This is a stalled vehicle being reported there, the 1604 eastbound lanes at Babcock Road, so it's causing a little bit of a delay now for people heading eastbound to I-10, so something just kind of keep in mind. But one more quick look at TransGuide on your Friday morning, and again, we got some good vibes going. Hopefully we continue this throughout the weekend. Again, downtown San Antonio is going to be very busy. Go to ksat.com to check out some of the detours, parking garage information that you need to know.
If you are jumping ahead to the weekend, stepping out this weekend is going to look a whole lot better than this. We got a lot of mist and fog out there. Visibility just down to a half mile right now out there at the airport. This is going to be sticking around throughout the rest of the morning. Very, very mild conditions, but sort of that damp chill out there because of all that humidity. We are only going to make it up to 65 today, but that's a normal high temperature. A little bit better chance for some showers around here, primarily to the north and to the northeast. Front comes through tonight. Clears us out, windy overnight, early tomorrow. Beautiful looking weekend.
Well, have a fantastic weekend, everybody. An even better Friday. And Good Morning America is coming up next.
See you guys back here at GMSA at 9 a.m.